Okay, so this is a Fitbit Inspire 2 work on the Google Health app, and the short answer is yes, it does. But first, let's see how much time is left on the Fitbit Inspire 2. Right here, I've got the Google's security updates here, and there's a long list of Fitbit devices. And then over time, you will see that the Fitbit Inspire 2 actually gets, I guess, their last guaranteed update is April 2026. So, okay, so that's that there. Now let's go and sync up my Fitbit Inspire 2 to the Google Health app. You can see right here, this is the Google Health app. I'm just going to go to the top left-hand corner there, push that button. I have my Inspire 3 hooked up so far. So I want to add another device. So you go down there, it says add more devices. You'll get this long list here, and then you're going to look for the Inspire 2. At first, I thought it wasn't there, but I eventually found it. Just had to scroll down a little bit more. There it is. There's the Inspire 2. I pushed that. Now, the thing is, you cannot have two Fitbits linked at the same time. As far as I know, this will pop up here, replace with Inspire 2. So currently, I have my Fitbit Inspire 3, but now it's telling me you can only have one device, as far as I know here. Eventually, you're going to get to this area here. After you hit agree there, you're going to be prompted by the phone to allow the device to communicate with the phone and stuff like that. And then you're going to eventually get to a PIN code where you have to put into the phone itself. And I put that on the right side there, and there'll be a number on the Inspire 2 there. And then you type that in, and then eventually you'll get to these screens over here. And then in theory, if all goes smooth, things should be synced up. And then you should end up back on the screen here. Eventually, this is the main Google Health interface. So we'll go through this really quick here. You can see here that that's the main interface, and then you can log things in manually. You've got activity, body fat, food, hydration, glucose, sleep, temperature, weight, etc. And then moving on past that, you can add exercises. You can see right here we've got custom workouts, and then with your phone you can run, hike, bike, walk, and then you can build a workout. I just pushed build a workout there, and then it's got a really long list of stuff here, exercises and things. So that's a very comprehensive list. I'm just scrolling through it briefly here. So yeah, definitely lots going on this side here. Eventually, I'm just pushing back there, didn't save the exercises. And then we're going to get back to this screen here. This screen right here, this is actually the fitness screen. So if you look down, you'll see there's 4 tabs there: today, fitness, sleep, and health. And right now I'm on the fitness tab there, and I'm just kind of scrolling through, and it tells you some fitness things. Now I moved over to the sleep tab there, and it's got some additional information there. Yeah, it gets pretty deep with some of this stuff. Again, I'm not on the premium plan. This is just the default, I guess, free plan it comes with here. So this is all what you're seeing here. There's no premium attached or linked up to this. Anyway, eventually I'm going to the health side of the tab there, and this is probably the tab I use the most here. This gives you quite a bit of information here. One thing to note here, because this is the Inspire 2, some of these areas you will not have, like, for example, ECG and EDA scans, you will not be able to have with the Inspire 2. It doesn't have those sensors. So those areas will be blank. All right. So eventually here, we're going to get back to the main screen. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit. And then now we'll just kind of go around. I'm going to go back to the top left-hand corner there. I'm just going to push the button, and then I'm just going to sync the Inspire 2. You can see that the Inspire 2 is hooked up. I'm just going to push that sync button on the top right-hand side, and then make sure we're all good there. Next thing I'm going to do there is I'm just going to scroll down over to the notifications area there, and I'm actually just going to turn off notifications. I'll be passing through the watch faces. We'll get to that in a second here, but I'm just going to go to notifications and turn everything off. It's a little deceiving in the Google Health app. When you go into the notifications, when it says mirror your phone, if I turn that off, it's not over yet. Now you have calls. Now I'm going to turn that off, but then Now I have to go into the individual areas there, text messages. Now I have to turn that off. Okay, once that's off, then I go back. Then I have to go into calendar events individually there, push that, turn that off, and then go back again. And then finally, I went to email. Email was off by default. So then I pushed back again. And then there's additional app notifications, big long list here. Those are all off, which is good. So yeah, you have to make sure all this is off if you don't want any notifications on your phone. So I just pushed back there. I eventually scrolled back up here, and then now I'm just going to go through the watch faces here just to take a quick look through. One thing about the Fitbit Inspire 2, it's not good in sunlight situations. Like if you have high sunlight, for me, in my experience, I have not been able to see the screen at all. So that's one thing with all the monochrome displays here. Sunlight is an issue with this particular device, but we're going through all the additional watch faces that comes by default there, and you can kind of look through and see something you'd like there. It's got most of them have the big font there, which is good. Anyway, I scroll back through there, and then eventually I get back to the main screen, and I wanted to actually take a look at the when you go inside one of the tiles there. I went inside the steps tile here, and you can see this is what it looks like on the inside. At the very top, you've got day, week, month, 3-month, and year. And I'm just pushing through all the displays there. They've got those cool dynamic, I guess, displays there. Lots of graphs and charts and stuff like that. So the steps area has a nice big font there or text there. For me, it's easy to read, which is a good thing. And now we're at the back at the main screen. And yeah, that should do it.